Hey guys, Mike here. So today we're going to talk about a group of stocks that, obviously have had a rough go over the last few months and whether or not they're going to get ready to break out with a rotation that might happen over the next few weeks or even couple months. We shall see, because the new data is out as far as the metrics with these stocks, which I showed you last month. And I'm going to show you again, and we're going to compare the large cap, the mid cap, and the small cap stocks, and you get to see these PE ratios and where they're heading and see how they're performing and exactly what needs to happen in order for these small mid cap stocks to absolutely start to take off, because a lot of them have just been beat down to a bloody pulp, while the large caps have just continued to rise and set all-time new highs over and over and over. And so before we get into that, don't forget to use that link down the bottom to open up your credit card with BlockFi, where you have no annual fee and you earn crypto back on all your purchases like I'm doing right now. And having said that, let's go ahead and get into this data. And you can see right here, guys, this is the large cap forward PE ratios for the S&P. And you can see they've moved down a little bit compared to last video I did for you about a month ago with this information. This is as of August 24th. But as you can see, and you will see compared to the others, they're extremely high. I mean, look, you haven't seen any kind of forward PE ratios for these large cap stocks since, was it 01, 02? So it's basically since the .com bubble is what we're looking at here. And you see how much higher they are compared to, look, from 010 until the present. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. And yes, they've dropped, but now compare that to the mid cap, and you look where we're at right here. So you're going from 21 to 16.8. You see us falling off a cliff right here, and it's actually below where it was before we got into the crash. Also going back from 2012, 2017. And so that it really is more of a normal range, if not a little lower than what it normally is. And then you look at the small caps, and it's gotten even lower. It's down to 15.9. You see this is just falling off a cliff this year as well. I mean, they've been beat down. And if we draw a line, I mean, this is well below what the forward PE was from 2013 to 2018, 19, right in there. And so, they've just been hammered down while these large cap stocks PEs just continue to climb higher and higher. And then when you compare the Russell 2000 to the S&P 600 small cap, because these are different, right? Both of them carry small cap companies. But when you look, you can see the Russell 2000's forward PEs are way higher, 26.8, while the S&P 600 small caps are 15.6. So there is a big difference in the companies that are carried on both those indexes. And if we dig deeper into the Russell 2000 index and the S&P 600, you can see over the lifetime that the S&P 600 has outperformed it, of course. But then you go to the 5-year, and they're almost dead even right there. And then as we pull in a little bit closer down to the 1 year, you'll see where the S&P 600 starts to pull away. Go to year to date, it's still even farther, because now it's starting to pull even farther away. And looking at the 6th month, you get to see the same thing where it's higher as well. But obviously they have sold off a lot, both of them have. And then just for fun, we'll throw the S&P 500 in here, and you can see with the S&P 500, obviously over a lifetime, is much higher. Over the 5-year, it's squeaked out at least 30% higher gains over the last 5 years, as you can see right there. And then looking at the 1 year, all of a sudden you can see what happened. You see a difference. Now you see small caps dominating the S&P. Okay, it almost doubled it, and so they absolutely outperformed them. But then come 2021, the S&P and then large caps have had a much better performance. As you can see, it caught back up. They're almost dead even, the S&P 600 and S&P 500. And then when we pull it even closer, you'll see where the S&P has basically ran away now. It's almost 5 times what the S&P 600 performed, and at least 6 times what the Russells performed. So, but if you look at the last 5 days, all of a sudden the small caps have started to do a little comeback. And so even though you see that the Russell 2000 and the S&P 600 both hold a boatload of small cap stocks, the Russell, as you saw during the Russell reconstitution, is really made up of a whole lot of younger companies, a lot of them pre-revenue, you saw going in, a lot of debt, that kind of stuff. High growth stocks, very volatile and stuff. versus S&P 600. When you look down the list of theirs, there's obviously way less. There's only 600 companies, but a lot of them have been around quite a while. And so, and, it could be what you see when you see the S&P 600 outperforming the Russell 2000. But of course, what I'm going to be looking for is that rotation from like ETFs that carry large cap companies, any kind of large cap ETF, and then the rotation into the money flowing into small cap ETFs, whichever one, and you can pick whichever one you want to, as you can see by the chart right here. And so what I did was I just chose the ETF that follows the S&P 600, and then two actually large cap ETFs, one from JP Morgan, and then one is just the SPY here. And you can see right here over the last year, the ETF that follows the S&P 600 was outperforming them, right? And then we narrow it down to 2021. And as you can see, all of a sudden now the large cap ETFs have caught up and started to pass the small cap ETF. And then, within the last 6 months, it just, absolutely blown it away by almost 5-fold, okay? But if you look what happened in the last month. All of a sudden, they're almost dead even again. You see small caps catching up in the last 5 days. Oops, all of a sudden, that ETF has jumped the large cap ETF. And so this is something I'm going to be keeping a close eye on to see how the Russell 2000 ETF that follows that one and the one that follows the S&P 600, how they are performing against large cap ETFs, because that'll let me know obviously which stocks are going up and which stocks are going down. It's a lot easier than trying to look at 2,000 stocks on the Russell 2000 or 600 and go down the list and track them all. Okay, just like if you look what happened on August 19th. Not even a special day, right? But if you pull up a chart and you pull up SINS, ZOM, Nano Dimension, BNGO, which are 4 very popular retail investor stocks, all of them started going up on the 19th of August. That was the magic day. What was so magical about it? I've yet to figure out. And there's many others. That was just happened before, come off the top of my head, but I looked at a lot of others. Same thing. It was weird on August 19th. Right, and so, but we're going into September, the worst month of the year for stocks, one of the actually the most volatile, and so it's going to be interesting to see what happens this month. It's all, you can just Google that if you want to double check me on that. It's all over the news today anyway. Everybody's just waiting to see what September is going to be like, but it's going to be interesting because as I sent out to the members this morning, one thing to look out for is a lot of liquidity coming to the markets because you got all these states, right? California, Florida, and a bunch of others I put there, and there's more. They have all these stimulus they got from the federal government they never sent out. Now all of a sudden they're sending it out. Like right here in the state of Florida, they're sending out $1,000 checks to all teachers, first responders, and other people that qualify under that umbrella. That's a whole lot of money, right? California's sending out another round of stimulus checks. That's a big state, right? So a lot of people are going to be getting a lot of money out there. I think it says 75% of people qualify for that next stimulus check. And there's other states that are sending out more and more money. So that is going to be billions of dollars that is going somewhere. It's either going out grocery shopping, gas, or it's going into the stock market or crypto market too. Don't forget that. And so that's a whole nother thing. And so that's why I don't think we can go into September and just look at it in historical terms, right? And so, last September, because last September was an anomaly too. Actually, we did have a sell-off last September as hot as the market was. But and so I don't know if this is going to follow historical patterns or not. But I think that's what most people are just waiting to kind of see because, if you look at the FANG stocks, they're still going up. August 19th was funny. August 19th, if you pull up the FANG stocks too, you'll see them start to pop on August 19th. So I don't know. I got to figure out what happened on August 19th. I can't figure that one out. But I'm trying to think, we didn't have any important meeting or anything happen. But they started popping too. So small caps and the FANG stocks started going, right? But money was rotating out of somewhere to start going into these ETFs right here. And so, and this is more or less big money, not so much small money pushing these up. So this kind of shows me where the big money is heading to. And so, it's something to keep an eye on, something I'm going to keep an eye on for sure. I at least want to put out there to you. So definitely hit the like and subscribe button if you got something out of this. Make sure you put this on your radar. Hit me up in the comments. If you got any ideas of what the heck happened on August 19th, I'd love to hear it, and I can share it with the community as well. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and whatever you do, don't forget, use that link down the bottom, open you up an account with BlockFi, start trading some crypto because it's still on fire right now. Start earning interest on your stablecoin up to 7.5%, around 4 to 4.5% on your other cryptocurrencies, as well as sign up for that new BlockFi credit card where you can earn Bitcoin on each and every purchase. Have a great day, guys.